We are learning more about potential overlap between the Clinton Foundation and State Department while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. According to the Associated Press, at least 85 of 154 people from the private sector who had meetings or phone calls scheduled with Clinton donated to the Clinton Foundation or to its international programs. This information comes from a review of State Department calendars released to the Associated Press. In total, the 85 donors contributed as much as $156 million, the AP reports. At least 40 of them donated more than $100,000 individually, and 20 gave more than $1 million individually. With me now from Washington is CBS News senior political editor Steve Chaggaris. Steve, what are we learning from this as far as implications that this could have on the Clinton campaign?
Well, the implications are definitely political, right? I don't know if there's a legal situation here. Likely not. The pay-to-play argument that the Trump folks are throwing at her, that's going to be a tough hill to climb. But in terms of political implications, it's huge. Again, you remember a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like every couple of hours we were talking about Donald Trump getting in the way of his own message, saying things that were controversial or incendiary or insulting, and really focusing on that hour after hour, it seemed. Well, now it's happening to Hillary Clinton with regards to not only her emails, but now with her State Department and Clinton Foundation overlap. And so this just plays into a narrative that she hasn't been totally honest with the American people about the relationship between the foundation and her time, the State Department when she was Secretary of State. So the question for voters is, does this at all affect their view of her in terms of honesty and trustworthiness? Right now, those numbers, most Americans think she's not honest and trustworthy. And so this is the kind of thing that just adds fuel to that fire.
And once again, just to be clear, though, any implication that legally something was done wrong here?
It's just looking at it, I don't see it off the top. But again, it's less a legal problem for her now. I mean, if you remember with the emails, the FBI said they weren't going to prosecute her. They said no prosecution. So legally, she's off the hook on the email part of this. But at the same time, politically, you know, if every week there's a new revelation about emails or about her time as Secretary of State and donors to the Clinton Foundation, it plays into this idea that the system is rigged, right? Which is what Donald Trump has been arguing on a more general scale. But he can point to this as a specific example, saying, look, if you've got the money, you can get the influence. And you know, on the surface, that's what it looks like. And it's an argument that Republicans hope will resonate with the American people.
Yeah, it certainly is the optics and the way it looks. Now, one thing sort of to be clear, these were individuals, these weren't representatives of foreign governments that these meetings were that were taking place, that they're counting in these numbers, are they?
No, these aren't representatives of foreign governments. There are some that they did find that were representatives of foreign governments, but the AP suggested that might have just been regular business with the State Department. These are private individuals involved with private organizations that donated millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation, but wound up getting meetings with Hillary Clinton. Again, the optics of this plays right into this argument of a rigged system. And so we'll see if the American people buy that. You know, that's going to be an argument that Trump, Pence has already put out a statement on this, and the Republicans are going to make from now until November.
Yeah, it's a factor that both candidates are actually facing here. Steve Chaggaris in Washington. Steve, thank you.
Thanks.